Hey y'all, welcome back to Mrs. Lynn's Cooking. Tonight we're just going to make some homemade hamburgers. We're going to use, what I have here is 1 pound of ground chuck. I'm going to use my ground chuck. I'm going to use 1 of your Lipton onion soup mix, Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of beef base, and then I have some garlic herb. So give me a second to get this poured in here and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is, if you've got a large family, you can also add breadcrumbs to this and 1 egg. But it's just 3 of us, so I'm just going to do a small batch. I put my ground beef in here. I'm going to take my 1 package of my Lipton onion soup mix, and I'm just going to put it right on top, just like so. Oops, but without this. I don't need the bag. Then I'm going to take my beef base, and I am going to get, this is 1 teaspoon of the beef base. We're going to put that over the top of it because it's going to bring the flavor of the meat out with it. Then I'm going to take, and I'm going to add 1, maybe 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Make sure you shake it up really well before you start doing it. Let me get this lid open. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. And you can use anything you want to try to stir it up, but I've found out that it's a lot easier just to do it with your hands. Now I'm going to take my garlic herb and make sure I shake it up really good. And then normally I put about 1 teaspoon, or this is a 1/2 of a tablespoon of the garlic herb. And one thing I forgot to get out of the refrigerator, which I always use and forgot, I'm going to sprinkle that in there as well. Ketchup. Just going to get just a little bit of ketchup. Bear with me. And thank goodness I got a little bit of ketchup. I'm going to eye this, and I'll show it to you when I put it on here, because it's just going to add moisture to it. So it's going to be about maybe 2 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more of your ketchup. Now at this point, we're just going to take this, and we are just going to just mix this all together and get it all mixed up. And then what I'm going to do once I do this is I'm going to take it outside to, the other night I was making some potatoes, and I was also making some rice on there, and I couldn't think of the name of it for anything, so I ended up calling it a skillet or skittle. It's actually a griddle. So just bear with me while I get this in there. Now, if you don't have dried like onions or whatever, you can use regular ones in there as well. This is what it's going to look like when you get through. That's it. Then you're just going to take off your pieces. I'm going to try to make some decent sized hamburgers here because I've got some pretty big guys. So, and plus I want to fill up my hamburger bun. And then once you have your ground beef, if you use ground beef, I'm going to be honest, this stuff's going to shrink. So that's why I go with ground chuck or ground sirloin, but this is just the ground chuck. So I'm going to try to get 3 to 4 out of this, but I'm going to make some hefty burgers. And for me, that's pretty big. And then I'll probably do a little bit smaller one for me because I can't eat all that meat, but they love it. Okay, get these all patted up, just like so. And then out of that 1 pound of meat, but you can stretch it. Like I said, if you've got a larger family, add either panko, brown breadcrumbs, and 1 egg, and mix it all together as well. And it just gives it more flavor. And we have our 4 patties. So if you will bear with me long enough, I'm going to wash up long enough to go outside to my skittle. Okay, we have the skittle going already. It's hot. It's very hot. So what I'm doing is I have avocado oil here. You can use whatever you have. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this really well. Then I'm going to take this, and you can tell, yeah, it's hot. And when you're cooking also with your ground chuck or ground sirloin or whatever, you can tell, yeah, you can tell that's hot. It's even got this steaming. You may have to add a little bit more oil to it because, like I said, it's not going to have a whole lot of oil in it. So at this point, I'm going to sit that right there, and I'm going to smash these down just a little bit. The reason being is that way they will fit onto my burger or my buns when I get ready to do it. So I'm just going to let these cook just like so, and let them fry up and cook them to your likings. So give me a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, now my burgers are cooking. I turned off this side because I'm doing a smaller batch, so I really don't need all that. So at this point, whoops, just bear with me. I'm going to smash them down because if you smash them down a little bit, they're going to cook a little bit faster. And when I do my hamburgers, I like them well done. So we're just going to let these keep cooking. And I've got this thing set on the lowest temperature that it will go. So I'll be right back. Okay, my burgers are still cooking. I'm checking them by pressing on them. That way it tells me how done they are or how much I like them done, because I like them well done. But the other day I couldn't think of what I was cooking. It was dirty rice on this thing. And the dirty rice turned out really good. It's even better the second day. So this is almost done. And then once I get these done and plated up, then we're going to take them in and do the rest. Okay, my burgers are done. So just bear with me. I'm going to grab another plate. So what I've done is I have the plate that I had the burgers on. I'm going to not cross-contaminate raw meat with cooked meat. And I'm going to just serve these up right onto here. Then once I get inside with these, then I'm going to I'll show you how I do my buns and do my vegetables, and we're going to get it all nice and golden. Okay, we're back. I've got my bacon that I had cooked from yesterday. I've just reheated it. I'm going to put it on my buns. My burgers are done. I put the cheese on as soon as I brung them inside, and it just melted on the burger like so. And then we're doing lettuce and tomato. They don't like onions, so I'm not doing that. Then I'm just going to take my mayonnaise and I'm going to put it on my burger or on my bun like so. And you can do it you can toast it. You don't have to toast it. Or you can just put it in a toaster or toaster oven or the griddle, whichever. So we're going to do this really quick and just get enough mayonnaise on there. Then we're going to take and I'm going to get my burger. I'm going to place it like so. And then I'm going to take my tomatoes and I'm going to put them just like so. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to put some my bacon. And then I've got my lettuce that I went ahead and washed and dried. And I'm going to go ahead and put this like so. All right. And by the way, I'm also going to show you something that I learned a long time ago. If you want to hold on to your lettuce a whole lot longer, do not wash it when you get it out of wherever you get it from, wherever you buy it from. Just bear with me here. Take it and just pull off the strips that you need unless you're going to use the whole head. Then take and cut off your knob that's right here on the bottom of it, and then take a paper towel and place it in a Ziploc bag. Get as much air out of there as possible and just stick it in the refrigerator. This will last you about 3 weeks and you won't have to buy it as often. So we're going to get back to this little thing right here, and I am going to put my burger just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my knife, bear with me, and I'm going to cut it in half so I can see how my burger came out. Like so. And this is my burger, and like I said, it's well done. So I'm going to take a bite of it real quick because the guys are back there behind the camera looking at me like they're ready to eat. And that's really good. If you like my video, please like and subscribe.